gentlemen, on the stream tonight, Hytale, what? Yeah, buddy. And we are going to be working on a dilapidated stone castle. Stone bricks. All right, take a look at it. What do you think? It's basically a cube. So it's fairly easy to build. You can customize it with a bunch of different rubble and jutting stone excursions. That's not the right word. All right, let's get inside and check it out. All right, so you've got yourself a campfire, a candle, a bed. We're looking at some chests. Here's your armor and anvil station. You can go downstairs into the basement. Got the workbench. Got some geodes on the wall. There's my plant life. More storage in the floor. Oh, and then you got the alchemist's brewing station with your magical books. I like to read. I'm a huge reader. There, I can wash my hands in this or wash my balls in that. Nice. Got some pots. Storage on the floor. Storage in the back. Come outside. Check out my pumpkins. I'm a huge fan of pumpkins, buddy. All right. And you got yourself some tanning areas. Tanning? Well, not for my skin, for the animals. Gonna make some leather. And you can jump right up here. Mantle up there. Nice. Oh yeah, whoops. And then you can go back inside. You go upstairs to the top. That way you can creep on your neighbors. Hey, what are you doing over there, neighbor? Alright. So this is pretty simple. You know, you gotta make it look like it has some depth to it. So we'll just do a simple build first. And then you guys can go back through and add little window holes. Little, you can change the face of it so it doesn't look just like a cube. You can look out the window and you can see what's going on outside. All right, so it's super simple. Basically, it is a 11 by 10 square. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's 11 long and then 10 wide. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go ahead and dig down the blocks, and then for the beginning stair area, scary area. That's my face you're looking at, pal. You're gonna go in 3, so 1, 3 here, 4 total. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, gonna lay it out, and I'm actually gonna start building on this one. But you can see I've got some stone brick around the outside, and then some stone brick here. Then we put oak planks, hardwood planks, on the inside for the flooring. Who doesn't like the floor? Open the floor. But all right, let's start it off here, friendos. We're gonna build it up. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this will be your staircase. Got it. All right, and just lay it out. What's happening? Why am I upside down? I gotta look at the right direction. Nope. What? Why are my stairs up? What's happening? I'm having problems. As you do. All right. Nicely done. And then one thing I do like to do is come over to the third brick here, and we're going to build up 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so that'll be the second story. Okay, let's clear some of this off. Okay, so now we can just finish up the cube. We'll go through and make it 4 tall. 4 will be blocks to the first layer. So yeah, this one's really easy to build, and to keep it looking halfway presentable, go back through with your stairs and, break out the stairs and change the position so you can, look from the top, look from the front, look from the side. And as you mix and match the stairs together, go to the inside, go to the outside. That way you have depth and variety. And that's what you'll do as you work your way around. Right. You just repeat that process all over. But let's go ahead and finish this bottom layer. I'm looking. Some more stone bricks. And if you're curious, as to how I can see where the bricks are placed, I do like to go into my settings. And then you can change this block placement preview to on. That way you can see what you're looking at. That way you can see how the blocks are going to be placed before you put them down. If you're doing this in survival mode, build yourself a workbench, and you can turn cobblestone into the stone bricks. But I'm not going to be doing a survival tonight. I did that last night. It's way if you're just messing with designs, if you're just wanting to be creative, it's a lot better to just come into creative mode, right? As opposed to having to collect all the materials and then figure out something doesn't work. So I would recommend coming into creative just to practice your builds or to experiment with stuff. That way, in survival, you kind of know the layout. Because I didn't do that to begin with. I had a building that I was building in survival, and then it didn't fit all my workbenches. It didn't fit all my stuff. So that's why I came up with that one. I actually built that way shorter. It was only like 10 by 8 or something. So I had to tear it all down, rebuild it all. So it was a pain in the butt. All right. We're going to go up by 4. Fill this gap in here, and there we go. Okay. Now that that's all done, I do like to place half slabs in here. So we got the interior all lined up, so let's get some half slabs. And then you can just line up the half slabs. If you are having trouble with the orientation of stuff, hit the R key, and it'll change the orientation. And we'll just fill in the floor. And then once that's done, we'll work on the second layer. If I can aim. I am using a controller, so that's fun for now. Yeah, I can't wait for Hytale team to come up with some support for controllers, some native support. So I just went through Steam, and I have the Steam support that way. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right, almost, boys. All right, and then now you have your second layer. Go up your stairs, you're on the second layer. I do like to do double doors. So I like to position, so we have the double door opening on both the top and the bottom. So I just think that looks better. It's a wider entrance, gives you... Yeah, then you open the doors. Slam! They fly open. So we'll just follow this pattern here. Just going to make a rectangle. There you go. Got your opening. And then we'll go up 4 as well to the next level. And we'll just wall off this rectangle. And then you could put a little balcony up here. You could, make it your own. You could do whatever you wanted. On my design, I just made it look like it was crumbling, it was falling apart. I haven't had much experience with the editor, but I might try that out, where you can copy and change some of the layouts. You can save preset stuff. So that seems like that'd be fun to play around with, especially with like huge builds. I've been building everything, one block at a time. But I think the editor would actually speed everything up quite a bit. All right. Then at the top here, let's get out the stone slabs, the stone half brick slabs, and then we'll put the ceiling on. Put the roof? You say roof or ceiling? Yep. And you could break up the pattern if you want to try different brick textures, right? You could use cobblestone, you could use smooth brick, you could use whatever. Okay, so now that we're to this part, let's put the door in. So we'll do upside down stairs here and here. Get the doors out. Open the door. And put the knobs in the middle. There you go. And then stone bricks up here. All right. Where do I have it? And then down on the bottom here. Count over 2. 1, 2. And then this will be the basement doors. In the middle. Hello. All right. Now let's work on the basement. So carve it out, and then at the top as well. So I'm counting 1 brick. 3, 4. We can put our stairs in place. Let's see. I get this to... You could rotate the stairs around with the R key. I can't see. All right. There we go. All right, it's not working. Come on, pal, you can do it. There we go. All right. And for the basement, same thing. And then it may be helpful to kind of put some placeholder blocks. If you are struggling, the placeholder blocks help. And you can knock those away when you're done. Oops. There we go. Okay. I might be off by 1 on this. Am I? Am I off by 1? I am. Darn it. All right, so I'm off by 1. Way to go, Dinkelberg. There we go. Okay, so it should, that top brick should line up with the door frame. You can just walk down. Yes, and then if you wanted to, like I said, knock the bricks away. That way you can have more storage, or you can do whatever you want to with this. Change the shape of the bricks. You know, make it look interesting or unique. Let me see, and then I've got... if you wanted to change this to stone to better match the outside, because it may look weird from the outside, so you can break these planks away and use the stone slabs. There we go. Okay, boys, that's pretty much it. I mean, outside of decorating now, you come up to the top, you can put stairs or whatever you want around the top, and you can put different shapes around to break up the cube shape. So let's come over and take a look. You know, so there are several things. Like I said, this is all stairs and just how I've placed them. So you can see, like, and if you do place the stairs in different orientations, it changes the shape. And then here is the rubble. So I don't know if you can get this in survival mode. I know you can pick it up, but you can get stone rubble and stone rubble medium. And so you have different sizes to the rubble. And you just put that around. And then I do have some mossy bricks in there. And then bush. I think that's like a berry bush and some other wildlife. And then flat slabs. So if you have the slabs can be placed vertically and horizontally. So you can break up the flatness by, changing the orientation, adding stairs in place. Right, so you can change it up, put the stone, or if you want to create like a little window, knock out, and then put the stairs back to back or front to front. Right, there you go. It creates a little window you can look through, and gives some depth. So yeah, I just encourage just playing around with it, making it look interesting. What else do we got in here? Okay, so let's go inside. We can talk about some of the cosmetics. All right, give yourself a bear trap. The bear trap I think it looks interesting with the tanning rack, because you capture the animal and then you skin it and put it there. This is the lumberjacks piece. I don't. In survival mode, you can pick this up from like the troll camps. So you just smack it and put it in your pocket, and you can bring it back to your base. I haven't seen any of these plants in the survival mode yet, but you can get planters, and you can stick the plants in the planters. The gems. Every time I break a gem in survival mode, it shatters. So I don't know if they have, like, in Minecraft, you have like silk touch pickaxes, which would keep the shape, but I don't know if that exists in Hytale yet. Some shelving. One of my favorite styles of shelving is the lumberjack, which you can get that in certain enemy camps, as well as the books. You can find that in enemy camps. So you can just smack them, put it in your pocket, bring it back. I have a cauldron. There's another. You can put all sorts of smaller things on shelving. So you can put potions and stuff on the shelving, and then the books, and then the chests, right? We cram the chests back in the corner, stack them up. You can actually find these in enemy... I think this is in the starting area. Isn't this by spawn? Smack that, put it in your pocket, bring it back to your base. Got the furnace and the workbench. Campfire. I think you also get the candle right out of the starting gate, or starting area, too. I actually found this bed in a secret area, so I'll probably show that in the next couple days. It'll be different in your world, obviously, but there is like a NPC character that's like a wizard, and he's got like a little stove pipe. He's got one eye, and he's got all sorts of library books and spell books, and then so his house is pretty interesting. I did manage to break a bunch of his stuff and rob him, so so I brought a bunch of his stuff back to my base. So anyway, boys, let me know what you think about the base, if you like it, if it's a dud. Hopefully this video was helpful.